What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Jake Shavink here, and we are kicking off our Packers draft pick film rooms, starting off with Michigan State wide receiver Jayden Reed, who was definitely a surprising selection at pick 50, even after two movebacks, just because it's not the typical Packers DNA type of selection at receiver at 5'10 and 7/8 and 187 pounds. Even though there was rumored interest in Chris Olave last year, it just felt like the Packers may not bend the thresholds really at all for a guy like Reed, but they did so here. And it's a very interesting selection, definitely a different type in the room that they do not have. So without further ado, let's get into the film room and take a look at what makes Jayden Reed such an exciting player. All right, guys, here we go into the film room for Jayden Reed. Here we got a nice concept that we're working out of here. We'll go to a corner route from the number 3. And Reed's going to do a good job of letting kind of the pick influence his whip route here. And just a great job with, I think, timing. Right, you see his buddy cause traffic, and again, the timing to get in out of this break is pretty good. A little separation, I think that's really just a concept thing, but I think, you see him expand the route tree into whip routes and stuff like that. It's pretty exciting. Here we're attached to the line. Got to be able to block. Usually that's something a LaFleur scheme is going to want, so that's interesting there. A little bit of a whiff, a little late to the block, just something to take note of when you're looking at him in line, when you're looking at him as a blocker. So. All right, up top here, this is a really nice chair route in the double move here. This is really nice. Accelerate, turn your head, get the DB believing you're going this way. Ball didn't come this way, but watch this win. Look at how nice that step is to accelerate. Boom, gone. And if the quarterback had time, we might be looking at a touchdown right there. Okay, one of my favorites to watch slot receivers do this on crossers is, all right, I know I'm running this route. I know I'm crossing. I could just cross, but what does that do? That gives the defender the chance to be like, all right, I know what the route is now, and I can close space. So what do we need? We need that slight little pressure step to get them drifting in the direction we don't want them going. So if you missed it, we'll go to it one more time. 1-2 pressure with a little bit of a step there, and he's got separation. And how about making a strong catch through contact there? A little collision does a great job hanging on to the ball. Okay, bottom of your screen here. Run the fade route. This is something he was targeted a ton with these fade routes down here, and I think he does a great job winning position. We just got to finish that. We got to catch that pass. Again, when he can position himself on the fade route, it's really impressive. Okay, here is just coverage bust. And I know what's happening here. The ball's coming his way. We got to worry about the sideline. We got to keep our body in control and balanced. Would love to have brought that in. Just could not do it at the end there. But again, I don't think hands was necessarily a big issue for him. Just a couple of those drops that you'd like to see maybe. And here, this is one of my favorites. Quarterback running the slot fade. Realizes, okay, I'm stacked, but this throw is going to be underneath. So how about make a great adjustment to the ball late in that route to win, because if he doesn't make that late adjustment, he's getting walled off, but he does a great job coming back, making the adjustment to win right there. I went over this clip a dozen times to make sure there was no collision, no tripping, anything like this, but this is just one of the few I wanted to highlight of this, because this is something you see against smaller receiver. What happens? We're on the ground, right? Stem contact. How is he going to handle that with some of these bigger slot corners that you're going to see who are quick like this? Can he handle it? That is going to be a question mark. And again, at 187, I think he's built to withstand that better than somebody who's say 171 pounds. Okay, simple jerk route here. This is really nice. Square up, plant that foot, and accelerate. And again, if the quarterback wasn't flushed, that's a really nice jerk route there to win, and he would have gotten a target there. Okay, if you don't get hands on and you're late to the party or flat-footed, he is going to burn you from the slot. It's just how it is. Slot fade again. We're going to the end zone. They trust him on a lot of these. Again, does a great job making some adjustments within the stem here. Nice stutter step about right here in the route. Corners flat-footed. Clears him out with his hands. Really nice win, and it's easy when you can accelerate like Jayden Reed can, and you have that speed immediately that Reed has as well. Because, again, guys like Reed can get away with things a little bit more than others that don't have his speed and acceleration because, again, they have to get into the route quicker. Reed doesn't have to. Let's get to this one here. Want to talk about this. This is a good diamond release. 3 steps usually. We get to the inside, use your hands, get the corner off balance, right, press vertical into this out route, and you would think no catch. We went back and made sure. Okay, he brought some feet up, but he gets the left one down. I'm impressed with how the body control and the ability to navigate with really good catch point instincts. Again, good awareness, good control with your body for the most part along the sidelines. I'm really impressed here. Okay, spot route. It's not a big jump, right? You see Quentin Johnston, if you saw the video on him, you saw Quentin Johnston do it, right, where he gets the jump to kind of accelerate. It's less exaggerated, but look at that. Eyes, foot is planted. We're ready to accelerate. Catch to attack transition. This is what it's all about. Make the first man miss. That is so important in a lot of these offenses that are going to ask you to get the ball early, right? Okay, a little bit of arrogant speed for you guys here. We're clearing him out. We're going to get this one underneath here. Again, jumping at the catch point's interesting. You see him do that a little bit. Garrett Wilson does it. It's just it's for post catch positioning. I'm not too worried about it. But watch the arrogant speed here. Okay, could be easy to take a few yards. He says, no thanks. I'm going to go backwards. Trust my speed and acceleration, and I picked up a pretty good chunk there. He got back beyond here and got probably 5-6 yards once he made that turn upfield. So I'm impressed with that. We'll get another one here. Again, great job. One-on-one. Little jab up the field, and he makes the first man miss. That's, again, something that I'm really impressed with. Again, he has a lot of different answers with his footwork, and where he's going to sell to make defenders miss. That first defender to miss is everything, especially in the NFL. It's going to be that much more important. Okay. Don't love this. Again, another blocking instance where, okay, we can't end up on the ground here. Don't love that. I do love the effort, though. Tackle broken, get up, hit a guy. I do like that part. Okay, he got up and gave the effort. I don't think it's a lack of effort. I just think it's a lack of frame and length as a receiver to be able to hold blocks long enough. So this is something I really like. When corners open up, can you attack the blind spot as a route runner? And I think he can. I think just here, if you could get a little bit further and press a little bit further, because he's in it now, he got the corner to bite and turn. And again, if he's accelerating and he knows the ball's going to come his way, I think he won the rep and the route both, right? Because, again, he got into the blind spot. He made the corner hesitate and maybe start that little bit of transition back downhill. I think it's there. So I think seeing that makes me think, again, a player who can get safeties turning the wrong way, when you're running those post corners or the corner posts, I think he can do that at a high level. Again, they love to just throw him this ball, a little starter go. The corner didn't even really buy it that much. Doesn't matter. Again, this is okay positioning, right? But for 5'10" and 7/8, 187, it's like, all right, wow, okay. How about go win in the air and we'll get you another look at it? Like, how about just going to win in the air? Like, this dude plays bigger than his size at every chance he gets. All right, bottom of your screen, just a little example of what easy speed and acceleration looks like through that break point in the post route. Again, he got back beyond the safety there. If the throw's on the money, it's a touchdown. Easy pickings when you have that type of easy speed. He didn't look like he was running that fast, but he's every bit of the mid 4.4 player. Love this one too. Again, players are going to have to respect the speed. How about nice job there? Swipe the hand, get the corner to keep using that momentum. Help him out with that momentum going vertically so you can snap your route off. That's going to be there if it wasn't batted at the line. I'm enthralled with receivers who do this, especially on these curl routes where every inch is going to matter. Boom, snapped it. Nice. And when you swipe like that to avoid contact, when you have effective swipes, you're going to be able to handle contact a lot better when your timing is good. How about a little arrogant hands for you guys to finish up his game against Minnesota? How about it? Hello. All right. Good catch point instincts, ability to win in high point, and he can make some nice grabs. I'd love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. His release is really nice because, again, stutter into the split release here, accelerate through the break. He's already kind of got this defender on his heels because he is pressing hard vertically and he can accelerate in an instant. Glance route. Gotta have that one. Gotta have that one. Again, just how clean this is and how much we're displacing with that split release, but also making sure we're staying on our line. So he displaced enough. But again, when you can move it that quick and you can accelerate up the field, you're going to be able to combat length and press ability from teams. Again, just alligatored it a little bit at the contact point there. And I think overall, though, I love the release that he puts on film. It's really impressive. All right. I like that because, again, shows you Olave does this a lot, right? Where you're, okay, press vertical. All right, sink hips, turn. And once you've turned, okay, this is great. This type of displacement is great. If you stay here waiting for the ball, recover, pass breakup, get out of there. Yep. And Olave does that as such a high level, and you see Reed do it there. I really like that. Okay. Oh, looks like a simple route. Why are you showing this? Because ball's going to be thrown behind him, okay? Behind him, towards the middle of the field. What does he do? He makes the adjustment before the ball arrives that, all right, I'm just going to catch it to the point where I'm going to be able to square myself up post-catch. So the ability to instinctively make an adjustment at the catch point that's going to favor you post-catch is very advanced. A lot of guys would not do that right there. They really would not. I like, again, release, little foot fire into that split, pressing vertically. Now, I think to win this dig route, right? Again, corner stayed on his hip. What I would love to see, and again, we're nitpicking, but I want to just, I want to show, like, okay, the advanced player that he is can even get better, which is a scary thought. So what I'd love to see here is him leaning towards the outside. If you can get that lean, especially with how flexible and how good we've seen out of his breaks, if you lean enough, that defender's going to have to, you're moving him out a little bit so you can snap off and create a little more separation at the top. I love the idea of pressing vertically, but again, when you stay on that track, corners are going to be able to stay in your hip pocket. So again, route was solid, but again, if you lean a little bit off, pressing straight up the field, you're going to win dig routes like that at a high level. Okay. This is, again, there's two of my favorites are basically goal line fades here. Look at the stutter step and the footwork. It didn't even matter. Like this is what I'm talking about. And he got out of frame, by the way. You can't see him. What I'm talking about with receivers is when you have easy speed and acceleration like Reed has, you can do this fancy stuff because it has the corner freezing, not knowing where you're going to be able to go, right? Are you going slant route? Are you going to press and run a dig? Like he gives himself options. The guys who aren't fast have to get into the route earlier because they have to, the timing has to be there, right? And you can't, and 4-5 isn't going to be able to mess around while guys get hands on you. It's harder to win vertically. It's harder to separate, like all of this stuff. But for Reed, it's just, okay, once I square and there's no contact, I can accelerate past this guy easily and out of the frame of the dang camera to win on a fade route that's often contested, right, in situations like that. So really impressive stuff. Once again, really like how flexible we are out of the break, but again, turns into a scramble drill, right? If a quarterback believes in this window, they're going to test it because they know, okay, my guy's helping me out, right, on the scramble drill. And he even works vertically if there was an option there, if he had more time. Michigan game. This was a big one. Really like this. Corner has eyes in. You put your eyes in if you saw that. Watch him put the head in. When you put your head in, it's a big deal. Everything you need to be a salesman starts here. Head and shoulders. He squared up to the quarterback, says, all right, I'm going to look for the ball. Stutter go. He had him beat. He had him beat. Unquestionably. Unquestionably beat there. Okay, so this isn't even about the route. Okay, I just want you to show the type of attitude this guy's bringing. Quarterback scrambled, okay? This guy, no idea what's coming. Sit. Absolutely sit down. Okay, we're going to give you one more look at that because I enjoyed it. Sit down. Like that is really, really good stuff. I love that he plays with that type of tenacity. I think that'll show up better as a blocker as well. So, okay, again, it's all about first man miss. I love this. It's fine. I don't care that you're jumping. As long as you're pushing off and accelerating into that break. Makes a couple guys miss a couple arm tackles, and we pick up a few yards after the catch. Really simple. Okay, this isn't bad. Could be better on the blaze out. I think he just kind of didn't accelerate enough into this, and it's hard to run the blaze out, folks. It's not easy, but again, just didn't get enough separation there. I think he just didn't press hard enough out of the break. Again, it's easier said than done. Could I do this? Absolutely not, but I think he just kind of peeked his head. there wasn't as much acceleration. I think the DB did a good job recognizing that. All right, sped up here. Just because it's, again, catch point instincts and body control. How about it? Okay, this is broken up initially. He has to regain, and he does. Both feet are in. How insane is that catch by Jayden Reed there? How insane is that? Again, he's selling block, working vertically, but then good job. Quarterback knows, okay, dominant technique. We got to throw this back shoulder. I checked again. He did catch this. Can confirm. Can confirm was a catch. Really great job going low for the ball. Slot fade. He did a good job. He hung in. Enough contact was there, but he hung in enough to get that win vertically. And again, hanging on through the catch point, really impressive. Okay. Right here at the bottom against guess who? Fellow second-round pick DJ Turner. Fade route. Again, not even bad positioning from Turner, but how about go win the ball above the rim and hang on through contact? Are you kidding me? So Jayden Reed provides a lot. He brings a lot to the table, right, in terms of the route chops, right? He is advanced in the little things as a route runner. He's advanced in things post-catch, right? He turns good catch instincts into post-catch prowess. There's so much of that on film. And the ability to win above the rim, to play bigger than his size at 187, and dominate the catch point like he did is really exciting stuff. Now, again, contact through the stem might give him some trouble, but again, if you're good with your hands, if you're good with timing the swipes, you're going to be successful, right? Obviously, you want to see him do better as a blocker, as a stock blocker. We'll see how that, goes. But I think overall, like, this is a pretty solid second-round pick for the Packers. And Reed, I think I might have even undervalued him a little bit, but it's going to be interesting, right? You're going to see, okay, when Hyatt was there and when Downs was there, it's going to be interesting to compare those three guys because the Packers obviously bent the thresholds a little bit for Jayden Reed, but I think he's going to be an exciting element to this offense. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Jayden Reed. If you did, throw a like down there, subscribe if you're new. Plenty more Packers pick film rooms coming very, very soon. And I will catch you guys in that next one. Farewell.